One of the big complaints about traffic problems in Baltimore comes down to the traffic lights. Turns out there's a very good reason why. WBAL TV 11 News Investigates requested information about the age and functionality of the city's traffic signals and found it's not only outdated, but failing. Our Tommy Clark has a deeper look at the shortfalls from outdated equipment to no real-time tracking.
Well, there should be a better system in place.
It's outdated. It seems like they don't really take it serious.
Bumper-to-bumper traffic is nothing new on Baltimore's historic streets. As it happens, there's much more to the city traffic than what you see from behind the wheel. Our investigation shows Baltimore's traffic lights are stuck in the past, and the outdated system is slowing everyone down, with the oldest ones concentrated in high traffic areas. Of the city's 1,380 intersections with traffic signals, the average age of the infrastructure is 34 years old. That's more than twice their service life. A couple dozen signals date back to the 1950s. And 80% of vehicle detectors are broken. What can be done to tune up decades of delays? To find out, WBAL TV 11 News Investigates stopped by the University of Maryland College Park, where Professor Ganglin Chang leads the Traffic Safety and Operations Laboratory.
It's a complex job involved. You see this whole impact area.
The signal control expert says Baltimore streets never should have gotten to this point.
It's very rare.
Our public records request reveals not only are the actual signal stacks and poles old, but the systems that control each intersection are also past their lifespans. There's no software system in place to monitor and operate the lights, and there's no real-time communication. That means the city depends on 311 service calls and field visits to know if lights are working or not. All of this means it's a system that can't keep up with the city's growing needs. Chang says the city needs to take a measured approach now, starting with the fundamentals of a good system, adding manpower to help manage more comprehensive data, and prioritizing funding to create a system that keeps traffic flowing.
In a way, you're causing the city, the culture of the driving behavior becoming more and more unfriendly, unsafe, uncivilized.
It comes down to money. Veronica Macbeth, the director of Baltimore City's Department of Transportation, says she wants to bring the system online. She's aiming for a 10-year rollout that will transform the system. But the DOT is working with a limited budget compared to cities similar in size. And the estimated cost is in the hundreds of millions. Right now, her department is applying for grants and looking at city, state, and federal funding options.
New signals, new communications, rewiring, lots of things that need to be done.
For now, the DOT is chipping away at the issue, retiming traffic lights, hiring 2 more traffic engineers, installing 27 new signals each, costing $500,000.
It's a challenge as a leader to try to modernize one of the oldest transit cities in the United States, and I think oftentimes people forget how old this city is.
It's a complicated task, but it has to happen to prevent further gridlock.
Understanding that people do gotta be places on time, I feel like instead of thinking about how it's affecting the city pockets and more so how we can help these individuals, our citizens of the city.
In Baltimore, I'm Tommy Clark, WBAL TV 11 News Investigates.